कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दिनतारिणम् परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरम् वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत गुरु विष्णु की जय। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गणाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितम् येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकम्। श्री रूप गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, गौर भक्तवृंद की जय. So we'll discuss today as Gaura Purnima is appearing and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes. We'll first recite as Sivaratri yesterday also some of the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with connection with the Lord Shiva also will be described. जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा. जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा. आनंद लीलामय विग्रहाय हेमावधि विचल सुंदराय तस्मै महाप्रेम रस प्रदाय चैतन्य चंद्राय नमो नमस्ते. चैतन्य चंद्राय नमो नमस्ते. चैतन्य चंद्राय नमो नमस्ते. First, we'll read the beautiful pastime of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appearing as Durga. So Mother Durga, then about Lord Shiva, then we'll sing this. Murari Gupta Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself has written the Sivashtakam. See here. This song was originally sung by Lord Chaitanya in glorification of Lord Shiva. So Murari Gupta, Sivashtakam. This is in Sri Krishna Chaitanya Charita Mahakavya, written by Murari Gupta. So let's begin. One day, Lord Gauranga, entering the mood of a gopi, dressed up as a gopi. He wore a body sari, golden ankle bells, and conch shell bangles. His eyes swam in rasa. His waist was very attentive and slim as a fist. The unparalleled beauty of the Lord's gopi dress enchanted the three worlds. The effulgence of his bodily limbs were transcendental. The fragrant Malati garland swinging from his golden neck looked like a Sura Nadi, celestial Ganga, rushing down golden Mount Simor. Gaur Natral, the kind of all dancer, relished various ecstatic moods of prema as he danced. Then suddenly, he remembered Lakshmi Devi, goddess of fortune. Gauranga transformed himself in a four-armed Vishnu form and stood before Lakshmi Devi. He stepped back and covered his face with a cloth. The devotees collapsed at Lord's lotus feet, offering pleasing prayers. In an ecstatic mood, someone recited prayers to glorify Lakshmi Devi. He asked her for the boon of Prema Bhakti. At that time, Lord remembered his Adya Shakti, goddess Durga, as Brahma Samhita of the Sri Bhakta Siddhanta Thakur is explaining. How the Lord Mahavishnu, Karanodaka Sai Vishnu, sending the glance. That glance is a divine halo. As it is, Maya Yaramanasana Vyogastaya Sa Atmana Ramaya Rime Takta Kalam Sisrud Drikshe. Takta Kalam, that Kala, time back to the glance. It transformed and then through Mahavishnu to Shambhu, who is expansion of the Sadasiv. Second, Sadasiv is in Vaikuntha, Shambhu is in between, and Rudra is the living entity Jiva in the material world. Annihilation does by Rudra in the material world, but Shambhu is in the middle, who is engaged in this creation, because Lord Mahavishnu is not directly in touch. So Lord Mahavishnu's expansion in terms of creation as Shambhu through Sadasiv's expansion, basically. But it is Lord, it is just like we are separate part and parcel. So as the Lord Shiva, also Lord himself is expanding in this way also. So Gunavatar as Rudra in the material world as Jiva Tattva, but above Lord Brahmado. But in Shambhu is in the part of the creation. So Karnodasa Vishnu is glancing, that glance is transformed transport taken care by the divine halo. That is, as per Lord Shiva is taking the Mahadev is called Shambhu. Shambhu is taking the picture, and then Durga Devi is also there, where it is mentioning that Rama Devi, Lord Mahavishnu, Karanodaka Sai Vishnu's consort, Rama Devi's expansion is Durga Devi, Mahamaya. Mahamaya takes charge of this glance by Lord Shiva, and then Mahamaya. Then Mahamaya transforms this into this all this earth, water, fire, air, ether, then the Tanmatras, the false ego, transforming the real ego into false ego. All this done by the Mahamaya, Adya Shakti, it is called. So that's why here we see that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is appearing as Adya Shakti. At that time, Lord remembered his Adya Shakti, taking the mood of his original energy. Lord Gauranga captivated everyone immediately. The demigods came there and chanted Vedic hymns, utilizing Lord Gauranga disguised as Durga. We'll read the pastimes from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visiting Jaleswar Shiva, Ambu Mata Shiva. There's a beautiful point. Then also Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visiting the Bhuvaneshwar Ekambara Khanam. It is called Gupta Kasi. So this is in Jagannath Puri, outside of close to Bhuvaneshwar. And then also now the Dham we discussed another day about another superior to Varanasi. And that is also kind of Gupta Kasi, it is called. Another name I forget. So in Rudradweep, out of 9 islands in Rudradweep, Panchanana Tala Shiva. I'll post that picture. Yesterday I posted. Five head Shiva, and then there is another one is the Nila Lohita Shiva is there in Rudradeep. Madhyadeep Panchatala Shiva, 5-headed Shiva is there, and then you have in Madhyadeep also Hamsa Vahana, and Lord Shiva comes in the swan carrier to hear the pastimes of Lord by Sutta Goswami narrating in Naimisharanya, sitting in Navadvip Dham, Madhyadeep to Sonakanda, the rishis, and Sutta Goswami came once. So that is in Madhyadeep, and also is also Harihara Kshetra. Lord Shiva is taking the position. Lord Vishnu and then Shiva both are there. Harihara Kshetra is bestowing his causeless mercy to all the people who have gives Chaitanya's mercy. So attaining Lord Chaitanya, Lord Krishna Bhakti in that particular place, Harihara Kshetra, that is in Madhyadeep. So while sitting on the divine asana, Adya Shakti smiled gently, showing her satisfaction. Adya Shakti said, "Oh demigods, I have come to see your love and devotion, and especially your chanting and dancing." The demigod said, "Please show us your devotion again." Adya Shakti said, "Listen, everyone. I am supreme, formidable Chandi, goddess Durga. I will fulfill the desires of all living entities." The demigod bowed to her feet. Lord Gauranga, still in the mood of Adya Shakti, picked up Haridas, put him on her lap, and rocked him back and forth as if for a 5-year-old child. The devotees, birds, beasts, living beings became happy and astounded to see this. Once Brahmana asked Gauranga, "Please look kindly upon your dear servant Murari." The Lord's face glowing like moonlight, smiled affectionately, and the tears of compassion washed his red-tinged eyes. Mother Sati, overwhelmed with ecstasy, submissively worshipped the Lord's feet. Gauranga, in the mood of goddess Katyayani, brought the devotees closer to himself and treated them with intense motherly affection. Seeing him as their mother, everyone's eyes filled with tears of ecstatic love. A Brahmana suddenly arrived and shouted, "Prabhu!" Seeing his distress, the Lord cried and gave up his mood of Aishwarya on reverence. In this way, the supreme controller, Lord Gauranga, manifested his love. The devotees fell to the ground to offer their prostrated obeisances. After passing the whole night in ecstasy, the devotees returned to their homes. As the devotees walked by Gauranga, they saw him holding a stick in his hand. Thus, Gaurahari, the Supreme Master, showed his compassion to all living entities. Out of humility, he removed the agony from the world. Anyone who hears these nectarian topics will alleviate his distress and suffering. Shame on that sinful, wretched person who doubts the purifying power of Gauranga's transcendental pastimes. The argument, realizations, or scriptural study, one cannot be delivered without accepting Gauranga as the Supreme Lord. One who thinks that Gauranga can manifest all these transcendental forms also can never be delivered. So that's why one must have the faith on Lord Krishna, as he explains in Bhagavad Gita, Asraddha Dana Purusha Dharma Shastra Param Aprapya Mam Nivartantam Mrityu Samsara Vartamane. One doesn't have faith, he reads Bhagavad Gita, he can never attain Krishna. He is not accepting Krishna as Supreme Lord, then he cannot attain the result. The next morning, Mahaprabhu again visited the deity of Viraja, who grants liberation to anyone who sees her. After paying obeisance and leaving the temple, Lord Chaitanya displays the symptoms of transcendental ecstasy. Walking with the gait of powerful lion, Lord came to the village of Ekambraka. This is Bhubaneswar, Ekambra, Kanam, it is called, where Lord Shiva and Parvati reside. Upon seeing the temple dome, Gauranga began running out of intense eagerness to see the temple. A beautiful flag billowed atop the temple. Mahaprabhu offered obeisance to the temple flag before entering Ekambraka. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is showing how one should worship a devotee as per the topmost Vaishnava one of the Mahajan. Is carrying the Lord's duty, Lord's responsibility, Lord's service, a great responsibility as Sadasiva, as a Shambhu, as Rudras. So it takes great pride in taking care of Lord's service. So it's showing Mahaprabhu wants to show the whole world how one should respect Lord Krishna and also at the same time as a devotee. So both has to be respected. Offered obeisance temple flag in the along with town's main Shivalinga called Visveswara. There are 10 million Sivalingas. One feels apprehensive about making an offense when he walks into Ekambraka. The earth of Ekambraka appeared like a Sandesh. The water of all the holy places meets in Bindu Sarovar, a local sacred lake. Because I think Lord Shiva brought all the holy places invited there. This is called Bindu Sarovar in Ekambraka. Bhubaneswar. Different places of pilgrimage also exist here in Ekambraka, present day Bhubaneswar. Lord Gaura offered respect to the deities of Siva and Parvati. Upon seeing them, all the devotees forgot the troubles of traveling. Gauranga became numb and staggered in ecstasy as he looked at Mahesh. Shiva, his lips turned red, tears streamed down his eyes, and the bumps of ecstasy formed on his body as Lord Chaitanya chanted prayers to Lord Shiva. Lord shows all these pastimes. Even Lord Ramachandra went to a temple is there in Rameshwar. He offered his respects. Lord is always shows when he appears that how to respect a devotee so that others also follows. That's why it's not that Lord has become a servant and Lord Shiva has become a master. That's not what it means. The devotees also recited suitable prayers in appreciation. The temple priest offered Shiva's prasad, scents, how one should take Shiva prasad, when we should take and how we should take. That Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained. People may have questions. Demigod prasad, when we should take and in what mode. We have to understand from this passage. Shiva's prasad sent sandalwood pulp and fragrant flower garland to Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Then the Lord retired to home of neighboring house. He took some rice prasad from the devotee and rested peacefully. The next morning, Gauranga bathed in Bindu Sarovar, paid obeisance to Mahadev, Lord Shiva, and continued his journey to Nilachal. Because he is above Lord Brahma, even though he appeared from Lord Brahma as Rudra, but he is actually above, he is not Jiva Tattva. He is in between Vishnu Tattva and Jiva Tattva, Shiva Tattva. Shiva has his own position. So Lord Shiva is Sadasiva situated in the Vaikuntha Loka, which is in Mahesh Dham. 25% of Mahesh Dham is in the spiritual world, that is Sadasiva resides. And then 75% is there in the material world. There you have spiritual Kailash is in the Sadasiva Loka, which is in Mahesh Dham, 25% in spiritual world. The remaining 75% you have the material Kailash, material world Kailash, Mount Everest, and then this Kailash is there in the 75% as well. Because he's residing desperately here, Kailash, because this, whose name? Rudranaam Shankaraschaasmi Vittesho Yaksharaksasam Vasunam Pavakaschasmi Sikranam Merunam 10th chapter Bhagavad Gita, verse number 23. Lord Krishna is explaining his opulences. Out of all Rudranaam Shankara, out of all Kuvera is the treasury demigod, is in charge. So because of pleased with his service, Kuvera, Lord Shiva resides there, Kailash. That's another mention in the Prabhupada mentions that. Continued his journey to Nilachal. Now listen carefully the story in this connection. Once Damodar Pandit asked Murari Gupta, Murari, why did Lord Chaitanya accept the Nirmalya Prasada Lord Shiva? According to the curse of Bhrigu Muni, Shiva's Prasad is not acceptable. Yet why did Lord Gauranga accept it? Because Bhrigu cursed in Daksha Yajna pastime. This morning we were discussing. Bhrigu cursed, Nandi cursed both. But Lord Shiva walked away. Yesterday we were discussing. Lord Shiva walked away. He didn't pay. He is so tolerant. So he just walked away without paying anything, without saying anything. Samadarsana. He just couldn't, both are fighting each other, not knowing, realizing the spiritual, supreme absolute truth. Then he walked away. So that's how much he is absorbed in Lord Krishna, Lord Rama's pastimes. According to the curse of Bhrigu Muni, Shiva's presence not accepted. Why did Gauranga accept it? Why did he violate Vedic injunction? Murari Gupta said, listen, Damodar, how can I know the mind of the Lord? I will answer you according to my understanding. If you find it accepted, then take it into your heart. If someone differentiates between Hari, Krishna, and Hara, Shiva, when he worship Lord Shiva and therefore refuse to accept Shiva's prasad, as long as he's accepting as a Vaishnavana Vetasambho, that is fine. But if he is accepting as any other way, Lord Shiva, then he should not take it. Offends and suffers the curse of Bhrugumani. Why? Because his consciousness is contaminated. He is differentiating between the Lord, he is disrespecting the Lord. He doesn't understand the glories of Lord Shiva, but he who accepts both Hari and Hari are one, simultaneous, one and different. So, because he's expansion of the Lord. So, Lord has delegated that power to Lord Shiva, drinking the poison, annihilation, so many duties Lord has given. Lord has given to hold the Ganga on the forehead, all the difficult tasks. That's why it's called Mahadev, is above. Even the demigods have problem, Lord Brahma goes to Lord Shiva, Daksha also Lord Brahma, all with demigod went to Lord Shiva, Kailash. Beautiful description of Kailash is there in Canto 4, during Daksha chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4. Few chapters there, Kailash, what and all are there. Beautiful description is there. He worshipped Lord Shiva, therefore refused. But he who accepts both Hari and Hara are one. Faithfully accepts Shiva's prasad becomes beloved to both Lord Krishna and Shiva. One certainly pleases Lord Shiva with his food offering if he remembers that Lord Shiva is the greatest Vaishnava. In Jagannath Puri, pretty much devotees offer Mahaprasad after we offer to Sri Sri Radha Shyamsundar, Jagannath Baldev Sutrama, Sudarshani Gaurnitai, Panchatattva, we offer to Sadashiv, 6 Goswamis, Guru Parampara, Tulsi Marani, all the remnants are offered to all everybody else. Just like Jagannath Puri, Kamala Devi and Lord Shiva gets Mahaprasad, then it comes out as Mahama. So like that. Actually, when Lord Shiva saw Lord Chaitanya taking his darshan, he joyfully accepted Gauranga as his guest. This happened when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited Mallikarjun temple, Kalahasti. Both Mother Parvati and Lord Shiva took the position of Brahmana and Brahmani and served Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So you can understand. The curse of Bhrugumani is meant for materialists devoid of Krishna consciousness. If someone worships Lord Shiva in a friendly mood, he certainly develops his love for Sri Krishna. Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu came to teach the proper path of perfection for people in general. So we respect demigod, we accept their positions according to Sadhu, Shastra, and Guru, what Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. We accept them. They are not independent. That is the second offense. Thinking of Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva to be equal to or independent. They are not equal to Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu, Lord Rama. They are servant. And at the same time, not equal to or not independent. They are not independent either. In the 7th chapter, Bhagavad Krishna is telling that demigods are not independent. I have to first give the authorization. Okay, give this blessing. Then only they can give. They are not independent. So if somebody thinks they are independent, then that's an offense. You can't chant your holy names. That's the Nama Aparad stage. So that's why we have to know this kind of thing. Damodar Pandit and Murari, you have kindly removed all my misgivings and made everyone else happy too. In this way, we can understand this pastime. Now let's chant this. Then we'll read the beautiful pastime also of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu giving his mercy. Ananta Pandit, great devotee of the Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taking prasad at his home. Ananda Pandit was absorbed completely in the glories of the holy, chanting the holy names. Namo Namaste Tridasa Ishwaraya Bodhadinadaya Mrunaya Nityam Ganga Taranga Bala Chandra Chudaya Gauri Nayanotsavaya. Lord Shiva wearing this crest moon on his head. And that says Soma Soma, Vrindavana Pate. Soma Soma. Beautiful prayer is offered to Lord Shiva in that. Sutapta Chami Karachandra Nila Padma Pramalam Kanti Vastrai Sunrutya Rangeshta Varapradaya Kaivalyanataya Vrushatvajaya Sudam Susuryangi Vilochanena Tamo Videte Jagata Sivaya Sahasra Subram Susahasra Rashmi Sahasra Sanjita Itvara Tejase Astu Nagesha Ratna Jvala Vigrahaya, carrying the snakes as Lord Shankara, as as Lord Balaram, Sankarshan. So Ananta says is a thousand-hooded snake. So that is another way why Lord Shiva appears. Sardolan charmam shuka divya tejase sahasrapatro parisamstitaya varanga damukta bhujadvayaya Sunopura Anjitapada Padma Ksharat Sudha Brutya Sukha Pradhaya Vichitra Ratnoga Vibhushitaya Premanam Evadya Haro Videhi Sri Rama Govinda Mukunda Sore Sri Krishna Narayana Vasudeva Iti Nama Murtapana Matta Brungadipaya Akila Dukkha Hantre. So Lord Shiva himself shows how much he is absorbed in chanting these holy names. Rama, Govinda, Mukunda, Krishna, Sri Krishna, Narayana, Vasudeva. His chanting is always absorbed. That's why he becomes indifferent to everything what's going on outside, whether it's the Daksha Prajapati's pastime or other pastime. He gives his blessing and run away, going to his absorption. Sri Narada Jait Sadatam Sugopya Jignashitaya Suvara Pradaya Tebhyo Hare Bhakti Sukha Pradaya Sivaya Sarve Gurave Namaha. Because Rudra Sampradaya, coming from him, is also one of the Acharya, Sampradaya Acharya. Sri Gauri Netrotsava Mangalaya Prananadaya Rasapradaya Sada Samo Kanta Govinda Lila Gana Pravinaya Namostu Tubhyam Etat Sivasyashtakam Adbhutam Mahat Srunvan Hariprema Laveta Sigram Gnanam cha vijnanam apurva vaibhavam yobhava purna paramam samadharam. I perpetually offer obeisance unto you, the Lord of the 30 primal devas. Bhagavatam verse is also there. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutas Tanvanti Gayai. Jana Tanvanti Gaya Vedanga Brahma Upanishadai Gayanti Yam Samaga Jana Vatitu Tad Gatena Manasa Pasyanti Yam Yogino. Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, all the 33 million demigods. Out of them, 33 are principal. They are 33 million. So out of them, the Lord Shiva is prominent because he is not a Jiva Tattva. These demigods are Jiva Tattva, including Lord Brahma, but Lord Shiva is above Jiva Tattva. 30 primal devas who are the original father of created beings, whose character is gracious, upon whose head, which is crested by a sickle moon, crested moon, and Ganga. Ganga is also his holding because so much force nobody can hold except Lord Shiva. The Ganga springs and who are a festival of the eyes for Gauri, Lord Durga. Lord Shiva's wife's name. So many names are there. Gauri, the fair goddess. I offer my obeisance to you who resemble a moon of the molten gold, who are dressed in garments colored like a group of budding blue lotuses or lustrous rain clouds, who bestow the most desirable boon to your devotees by your delightful dancing. Yes, so many ways. That's what many people don't know. Lord Shiva's expansion, Hanuman is expansion, Bhima is expansion, Shankaracharya is expansion. So all these are the expansion of Lord Shiva. So many ways. As Gopeswar Mahadev is a Gopi is there indirectly in Radha and Krishna. That means how much exalted he is. His position is not ordinary. As people look at him as Gunavatar, the mode of ignorance. That is a secondary. But as a Vaishnava, is in Brahma Madhava, we accept him as topmost Vaishnava, his position much exalted. So that's why we pray him. Kshetrapal. Without him, his mercy, we can't even realize the holy dham when we go to Yatra. You will always be baffled and frustrated. You will argue with people. You will not be properly situated if you don't have mercy. That's why we Chaitanya Charitamrita Prabhupada is writing in the purport. You first visit Gopeswar Mahadev and the 7 temples in Vrindavan. Then you do everything else. First you visit that. So, because that is the process. You take shelter. So that we see with the actual Shastra Chakshu. As it is mentioned here, who offer shelter to those who seek to become one with the transcendental effulgence of Godhead and whose flag bears the image of the bull, the Nandi carrier. So many pastimes of Nandi as well. I offer my obeisance to you who dispel darkness with your 3 eyes, the moon, the sun, the fire, and thus cause auspiciousness for all living entities of the universe, and whose potency easily defeats thousands of moons and suns. And Brahma Samhita explains that Lord Shambhu, Rudras, how he appeared, there it is explained that through Karanodaka Sai Vishnu, then expand Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. From Karanodaka Sai Vishnu, he expanding. From his left limb, Lord Vishnu appears, that is Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, takes charge of in each material universe, and then he expands again as Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu. So Karanodaka Sai Vishnu, in the left limb, Lord Vishnu appears. On his right limb, on his right limb, I think, I forget, no, right limb, Lord Shiva appears, and in between the eyes, in between the eyebrows, middle eye, I think Lord Shiva appears, or it is there, I think, in the Brahma Samhita verse. We'll look at the end, that verse, Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur is quoting. So left hand, left limb, right limb, and in between eyebrows. So Lord expands himself to delegate the powers of maintenance, creation, annihilation. So, yeah, sorry. Left limb is now I remember. Left limb is Lord Vishnu, right limb is Lord Brahma. Between the eyebrows, from there, Lord Shiva appears. So we think that we know that Lord Shiva has between third eye. But this is also there, also in this Karanodak Sai Vishnu. That's what it describes in Brahma Samhita. I offer my obeisance to you, whose form is brilliantly illuminated by the jewels of Anantadev, the king of the snakes, who possess divine potencies and are clothed in a tiger skin, who stands in the midst of the thousand petal lotus, whose two arms are adorned by lustrous bangles. I offer my obeisance to you, who bestow happiness to your servitors, as you pour upon them the liquid nectar flowing from your latest lotus feet, upon which charming ankle bells ring. Obeisances unto you who are adorned by an abundance of gems. Please endow me today with pure love of Sri Hari. O Sri Rama, Govinda, O Mukunda, O Sauri, O Sri Krishna, O Narayana, O Vasudeva. I offer my obeisance unto you. Sri Siva, who are the monarch of ruling over all the bee-like devotees, who are mad to drink the nectar of these and other innumerable names of Hari, who thus destroys all grief. So many books are there describing in Bhagavatam in multiple places. Canto 4, Rudra Gita, Lord Shiva himself glorifying Lord Krishna. So there's a pure devotion that is he's preaching to Prachetas. So many places you will see that. Lagu Bhagavata Amrita, Rupa Goswami explaining Lord Shiva's position. So, and the Brahad Bhagavad Sanatana Goswami explaining. So, when Gopa Kumar is going, there also it is there in multiple places. Lord Shiva's position as exalted vice is been described. I offer my respectful obeisance to you, Sri Siva, who are forever inquired of confidentiality by Sri Narada and other great sages, who very easily bestow boons on them, who bestow happiness of Hari Bhakti to those who seek boons of you, who thereby create auspiciousness and are thus the Guru of everyone. As I posted, Prabhupada said in Morning Walk in Bombay, Juhu, that Vrindavan Vasis worship Lord Shiva. For what? For Suratri, to attain Krishna Prem, to become absorbed in Krishna's love for Krishna, remembering Krishna. That's what we should also. We pray to Lord Shiva to actually to develop our prema for Lord Krishna. And so that is our purpose, not like others. That is our main purpose as Gaudiya Vaishnava. I offer my obeisance to you, who are festival of auspiciousness for the eyes of Gauri, who are the Lord of our life energy, and who bestow rasa and are expert in forever singing songs with the eagerness of the pastimes of Govinda. The person who hears this great 8-song prayers glorifying Lord Shiva with loving feelings, with great attention, can quickly gain the love of Lord Sri Hari as well as transcendental knowledge, because that is required. Then we'll have faith. Then 100%. Then only you can enter. Bhaktyama Vabhijanati Yavanasi Tattvataha. When you understand truth in 100%, then Tato Mam Tattvato Gnatva Visate Tad Anantram. Same thing is there, 9.4.9, Janma Karma Chayajam. Tyaktva Deham Punan. When you understand his appearance, pastimes, everything, that is Tattva. Understanding Krishna Tattva, Bhakti Tattva, Rasa Tattva, Siva Tattva, Guru Tattva. You understand who is who, what is their position, what is Lord Krishna's position, what is Lord Shiva's position, what is devotee's position, what is Brahma's position. You understand all these things. Then you can actually practice properly devotion service. Otherwise, you will think that everybody is same, anything is same, you worship everything, you will get same result. No, it is not the same. No scripture is saying, neither Isopana is saying, nor Bhagavad Gita is saying like that. Only those who are not following Vedic scripture, then they can say all those things, and we don't pay attention to those because we cannot go by somebody else's words. And now that particular verse here. Vrindavana Vanipate Jaya Soma Soma Maule Sanaka Sanandana Sanatana Naradedya Gopeswara Raja Vilasi Yudangri Padme Prema Prayacha Nirupadi Namo Namaste. O gatekeeper of Vrindavana, O Soma, all glories to you, because he has become Gopeswar Mahadev, because they went, the approach. I want to enter Translila. Vrinda Devi and Purnamasi said, no, you can't enter. You first supposed to be. Okay, you go and take bath in Manasi, Ganga, and then you dip, then you become Gopi. And then they blessed him, then Lord Shiva took that. Then what you have to do, make sure that nobody else enters. You are the protector of Dham, you protect of the Raslil, nobody can enter there. And that's what it means here. You, whose forehead is decorated with the moon and whose worshipful by sages headed by Sanaka, Sanandana, Sanatana, Narada. O Gopeswar, Shiva, desiring that you bestow upon me that prema for the lotus feet Radha Madhav, who perform joyous pastimes Vajdam, I offer my obeisances unto you again and again. So this way we understand Lord Shiva's position. Now we'll sing those pastimes of all beautiful pastimes. Let's see. First we'll sing the Gaura Lila. Then Mahaprabhu pastimes. Gaurasundra departed for Nilachal on his own joyful mood. Lord was accompanied by Nityananda, Gadadhar, Mukunda, Govinda, Jagadananda, and Brahmananda. All of you tell me frankly whether anyone has given anything to you for the journey. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is instructing that when you go for journey, depend how to be dependent on the Supreme. You may endeavor, but ultimately we are dependent on the Lord Krishna and the Kripa Shakti. We may do everything in our best capacity, but ultimately we should depend and accept whatever is going to happen. We accept as the Lord Krishna's mercy, will Guru's mercy. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is showing to in the channel Prabhu and all of them, all also. They replied, "Oh Lord, who has the power to bring anything without your permission?" On hearing your reply, they replied, "The Lord was greatly satisfied." Thereafter, he explained some truths regarding this topic. The Lord said, "I am greatly satisfied that none of you took anything from anyone. If you are destined to receive some eatables, you will certainly obtain them, even if you are in the forest." And then he quoted Prabhupada Naradi Pranam. Distress comes to embodied soul without asking. Similarly, happiness will also come by the arrangement of the providence. That also is. So you have to accept. You cannot keep on asking, give me this, give me that. As a devotee also. Naturally, if they can bring it, they can bring it. You request them to suggest them, but you cannot keep on asking. If the Supreme Lord does not set aside food for a person, he will not eat, even if he is the son of a king. Without the Lord's sanction, one may not be able to eat even if there is a food, or he may suddenly quarrel with someone. In an angry mood, he may say, "I will not eat today." He may even touch his hand to his head and swear to that effect. Otherwise, one may have all varieties of eatables, but he may suddenly be afflicted by fever. How can he eat while suffering the pain of fever? Therefore, the will of the Supreme Lord prevails. Krishna has supplied food for the three worlds. If he desires, one will certainly obtain it. A person may endeavor for something millions of different ways, but the result will come only if the Supreme Lord sanctions it. As the Lord revealed the truth in this way, they came to the village of Atisara. Now the pastime begins of Ananda Pandit, great devotee of the Lord. The village of Atisara, situated in near Bauripura, presently known as Atagrah Gram. In this village of Atisara lived one most fortunate saintly person named Sri Ananta Pandit. Rahilena Asi Prabhu Tanhara Alaye Ki Kahiba Har Tanra Bhagya Samuchaye. The Lord came and stayed at his house. Who can describe the limits of his good fortune? Ananta Pandita Ati Parama Budar. Paya Paramananda Bhagya Nahi. Ananta Pandit was greatly magnanimous. He became so blissful that he had no external consciousness. Vaikuntera Pati Asi Atihi Haila Santoshe Bhikshara Sajja Karite Lagila. The Lord of Vaikunta became his guest. He therefore happily began to arrange the Lord's lunch. The Lord and his associate took their meal at his house. The Lord thus arranged to show how one should feed a sannyasi. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is instructing how to feed a sannyasi, how to feed a devotee, how to feed a sadhu, especially Prabhupada disciple, sadhu, advanced devotee, how one should serve. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is showing. The Lord happily passed that entire night discussing topics of Krishna in the house of Ananda Pandit. Sarva Ratri Krishna Katha Kirtana Prasange Achilena Ananta Pandita Gruhe Range. how one should be observed, how Sivaratri should be performed. If at all, if you're staying all night, you must be chanting, you must be hearing, you must be reading, not watching a movie or not doing something else. That is not the purpose of. That's why more than fasting, more than you do anything, more devotion service. On Ekadasi, on all the festivals. Today is Jagannath Sri Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Tirobhav. If you remember correctly, yeah, Tirobhav only. Let's chant quickly is last. गौराविर्भाव भूमे स्वम निर्देष्ट सज्जन प्रिय वैष्णव सार्वभौमा श्री जगन्नाथाय ते नमः. Is the spiritual master Bhaktivinoda Thakur in Siksha. Siksha and Diksha. Diksha was he took initiation, first initiation from Vipin Bihari Goswami, I think in Vrindavan. Jagannath Das Babaji used to stay in Vrindavan first. Then he came shifted to Navadvip. He is the one who has, that's why it is mentioned here. Gaura Avirbhav Bhumestam, he showed where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. He was brought in the basket. Bihari Das is one of his disciples. Bhaktivinoda Thakur also, Bihari Das used to bring 100 plus years. And in Vrindavan, he did also many pastimes was there. In Vrindavan, one time he accepted Diksha from a very low class person, some, roti or bread. And everybody surprised. Such a advanced sadhu is accepting from such a low class. How can he accept? Then Jagannath Das Babaji explained, yes, when Lord Krishna appeared in Dwapar Yuga, he told some of the sadhus, sages, met 88,000 or so. You appear, when I appear as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You appear, you will be in Vrindavan. You take birth in Vrindavan. So that time I'll show you mercy. So then he said, this person whom I am accepting, this person is not ordinary. He is one of those saints who has appeared as an associate to take part in the pastimes of the Lord. So I'm taking because the devotee knows who is who, what is their level, what consciousness they are carrying, what anarthas they have. So that's why we submit to the pure devotees. So by their mercy only, we can actually Prasangam Ajaram Pasam Atmano Kaviyo Vidu Saiva Sadhu Sukrutu Moksha Dwaram Apavatum. Doors for liberation is open when we take the association. Here also, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is showing. In Japala Upanishad, Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur is putting, a member of the renounced order becomes fit to realize his spiritual nature by wearing colorless dress, by keeping a shaven head, by not collecting things for himself, by remaining clean, by not fighting with others, by subsisting on alms. Rejecting those houses that are polluted and untouchable, one should approach without previous calculation 7 houses and be satisfied with that which is obtained there by begging. According to necessity, one may approach each of the 4 occupation orders of society carrying a tridandi and a kamandalu, wearing only single cloth and concerned for the welfare of all. Sannyasi must may sometimes enter the village to beg some alms. The duties of renunciates are understood to be begging for his sustenance, listening to a scripture, practice of silence and austerity. That means as sannyasi, they reduce their eating, they reduce their sleeping, they reduce everything. But they increase their devotion to Krishna. That's what actually real sannyasi means. In the morning, Lord glad mercifully and Ananda Pandit chanted the holy names of Hari as he departed. On seeing the Lord's moonlight face, which destroys all miseries, everyone repeatedly chanted Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Yogendra Hriday Ati Durbala Charana, Hena Prabhu Chali Chari Deki Sarvajan. The same Lord whose lotus feet are rarely seen in the hearts of the topmost yogis was now walking before the vision of all. In this way, Lord walked along the bank of the Ganga till he happily arrived at Chatrabhaga. Chatrabhaga river, the Bargi river is there. Close to Bhubaneswar, where Ekambra Kama we described, close to that. In Chatrabhaga, the Ganga flows in 100 streams. There, by making everyone happy at this place, there is a spot known to everyone as Ambulinga Gata, where there is Shivalinga made of water. Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur is explained. The Ambugata Gata is about 1.5 miles from the temple of Tripura Sundari. The Durga Devi killed one of the demons. Then she is called Tripura Sundari. The present name of Ambuling Gata is Badasi Gram. When Mahaprabhu visited the place, Ganga flowed in 100 streams on the eastern side of Badasi Gram. Although at present the 100 streams of Ganga are not seen, there are still some signs like deep ravens there. The temple of Ambulinga is still found there. When we inquired from local people, we learned that the temple and its properties were managed by Mahanta Sri Yukta Satish Giri of Tarakeswara. But as a result of litigation, they have been transferred to one Sri Yukta Varada Prasad Rai of Chaudhary, a landlord of Kasinagar. Within the temple is situated Ambulinga Shiva. There is one piece of stone in the temple that resembles Gauri Patta, the base that supports Shivalinga. In the middle of that stone is a hole filled with water. The Ambulinga is situated within that water. On the forehead of that linga, there is a silver half moon. Above this linga, there are deities of Lakshmi Narayan and Gopal. The site known as Chakra Tirtha is situated near and 1 mile southeast of Ambulinga. Local people say that Ganga flowed through that place long ago. At present, one can see a pond as a remnant of Ganga. There is a deity of Vishnu there known as Madhava. During the local festival, people first take bath in that pond, then worship Lord at Chakratirtha. Now at the temple of Sri Gaura's lotus feet has been established at this place by joint endeavor of the president and devotees Sri Chaitanya Mayapur, birthplace of Sri Gaura. So here attentively the following narration of how Ambulinga Seva appeared there. Previously, Bhagirath worshipped the Ganga and brought her to this world to deliver his poor fathers. Siva became overwhelmed in separation from Ganga. While remembering Ganga, he eventually came to this place. When Siva saw the Ganga at Chatrabhaga, he became overwhelmed with the attachment for Ganga. As soon as he saw the Ganga, he entered the water. He then took the form of water and merged in Ganga. When Jahnavi, the mother of the universe, saw Siva, she worshipped him with great devotion. Siva knew the glories of worshipping Ganga because it has emanated from the toenails of the lotus feet of the Lord. So that's why Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed Sarvam Bhattacharya and Vidya Vachaspati, brother or brother-in-law, I think brother-in-law. Sarvama, you worship Daru Brahma, Lord Jagannath, Baldev, Sudrama, Sudarshanji. And Vidya Vachaspati, you worship the Ganga every day. So in this way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed different devotees. Raghunandan Thakur, Mukunda Datta, Mukunda, you make him, let him worship. Don't send him to school or don't send him to work, anything. Just let him worship the deity. Because so absurd. For him, the Lord appeared from Archa Vigra and ate these laddus. So let him worship the deity. You maintain, you work as a doctor, you bring the money and you maintain family. Like that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed. And his pastime also. Because as a Ganga, Yamuna, Ganga was feeling less feeling that, Yamuna, you walked in Yamuna when we appeared in Dwarka. Devaki and Vasudev took you to Yamuna, but I didn't get any mercy. Then don't worry, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I appear as Gauranga, I'll take bath. Every day I'll take bath, I'll play water sports in your Ganga. So that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stayed 4 to 6 hours along with his student as my Pandit. He played in Ganga, he did many pastimes. So that way, the glories of Ganga is so many. When Siva came in touch with the water of the Ganga, he transformed into water. Ganga also humbly worshipped him. Siva remained at that place in the form of water. So everyone glorifies this place as Ambulinga Gata. By the influence of the Ganga and Lord Shiva, this village of Chatrabhaga became most glorious and celebrated as a great Tirtha. This place became even more glorious after Sri Chaitanya Chandra visited and enjoyed the pastimes here. The Lord went to Ambulinga Gata at Chatrabhaga and saw the Ganga flowing in another stream there. On seeing the Ganga there, Lord became overwhelmed with ecstasy and roared loudly while chanting the names of Hari. As the Lord forcibly fell to the ground, Nityananda caught hold of him and all the devotees chanted Jai Jai Hari Hari. And then in this way we can see this beautiful pastime. Now another pastime. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu further. You see that now Jaleshwar. Mukunda said, then you go ahead, we will come later after finishing other duties. Gaurasana replied, good, then departed. It is difficult to describe how he walked like intoxicated lion. मुहूर्त एक गेला प्रभु जलेश्वर ग्रामे 12 गेला जलेश्वर देवस्थाने. Within a short time the Lord came to the village of Jaleshwar. There he went straight to the temple of Jaleshwar Mahadev. The present day Jaleshwar Mahadev temple village is situated north of Baleshwar, close to Remuna temple. But the Dandabhaga Nadi, where the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, is all near. What I'm talking about. The Ambulinga Gata I talked about, Bindu Sarovar, but all these are places as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu walked through Shantipur, through this place, Dandabanga River, Barki River is also there, where Nityananda Prabhu took the stick and broke and threw it. That is Dandabanga River. Barki, that is what it is here. Dandabanga Nadi is situated near Puri, the district of Cuttack. Is situated between the two. Since there is no mention of Lord returning to Baleshwar district from the Puri district, one should consider in what particular place north of Jaleshwar the Lord of Danda was broken. If the Lord's Danda was broken on the bank of the river Dandabanga or Barki River, same name, Dandabanga, also called Barki River, then between that river and Puri there must be another temple of Shiva known as Jaleshwar. Jaleswara Pujate Achena Vipragane, Ganda Pushpa, Dupa, Deepa, Mala, Vibhushane. See that everywhere you see throughout Chaitanya Charitamrita, sandalwood pulp. It is very necessary. Those who are worshipping deities at the temple, especially at home, you can do when festival or Ekadasi, when you do Abhishek. Rub the chandan, enough chandan. You apply to deities with tulasi, little bit on the feet of the Lord. If it's a small deity, you can apply maybe on the forehead, not the big deity. And then you apply, we are supposed to apply chandan on the forehead of Sri Prabhupada. So this is our great fortune to serve deities and serve Sri Prabhupada. Because without serving Sri Prabhupada, the seva is not finished. So that is our fortune. Through Sri Prabhupada only we are getting the deities. So we should, and during shine, we should be wiping. So this is the process. When Sri Prabhupada was there, these things are going on. So that's what we have to follow. We have to, because that's why these pastimes are there, not just simply hear it and then you do nothing about it. So multiple pastimes are there. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he met Ishwarapuri, is offered sandalwood pearl. Everything is described. Many places, not one or two. When the devotees came from all the way from Shantipur to Jagannath Puri, there also he describes sandalwood pearl. Again and again, repeatedly. How to make sandalwood pulp also. In proper pastimes it is described. Not just you rub, not the water, you put spray the rose water. That is the first ingredient. Second ingredient, you put the saffron. The third ingredient is the karpur, the eating karpur, not the other karpur you do the arati. The one more I am forgetting. Four things. That is the special chandam. Special chandam. All these things we have to know. Only if we hear from Prabhupada in the association, then we'll know, and then we have to gradually improve and apply and practice it in this way. The Brahmana priests were thus engaged in worshipping Jaleswar Siva with sandalwood paste, flowers, incense, bee lamps, garlands, and ornaments. There was a tumultuous vibration of various musical instruments, and the four directions were filled with most auspicious dancing and singing. On seeing this, the Lord became pleased and forgot his anger as he listened to the vibration of musical instrument. He immersed in the mellows of ecstatic love. On seeing the opulence of his dear devotee Shankara, Gaurasundara began to dance in ecstasy. Sivera Gaurava Bujayena Gaurachandra Eteke Shankara Priya Sarva Bhakta Kanda. In this way, Gaurachandra revealed the glories of Siva. That is why Shankara is dear to all the devotees. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur is quoting now from Bhagavatam and various places. Nimna Ganam Yata Ganga Devanam Machuto Yata Vaishnavanam Yata Simbhu Puranam Nidam Tata. So the one which we quote Vaishnava Yata Simbhu, this is from Bhagavatam 12, 13, 16. न नामने चैतन्य पता बोलाय वैष्णव शिवेर amnaya kare yata tara sabha. The endeavors of one who does not follow the path of Lord Chaitanya and disrespects Shiva, yet claims to be a Vaishnava, are all useless. And the Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur is giving innumerable details. Those who disrespect Gunavatar of Mahadev, see that's the third, Sadashiva and Vaikuntha. Shambhu is second, manifesting Shambhu and Mahadev, Mahamaya, expansion of Karanodakasaya Vishnu, and Ramadevi's expansion Mahamaya. Obviously, Ramadevi expansion of Srimati Radharani. As Dwarka queens, as Gopis, the Dwarka queen, third is Lakshmi, and then Durga. All are expansions of Srimati Radharani. And so here, Brahma Samhita describes this. How Mahamaya, Durga Devi's expansion of Ramadevi. So that way we have to understand here also. Clear description is there. Those who disrespect the Gunavatar Mahadev, this is the third level of Shiva, do not actually follow Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Ramanuja preached unalloyed Vaishnava Dharma 400 years before the advent of Sri Chaitanya. Those who synthesize matter and spirit try hard to equate the Gunavataras and Vishnu, with Vasudeva Vishnu. This is the second offense of the holy name. As a result, they commit offenses at the feet of Supreme Lord. To release such people from the offenses, the Sri Lakshmi Desika, Lakshmana Desika vigorously and single-handedly preach the topics of devotion service to Vishnu. Veteran Vaishnavas headed by Sri Ananda Tirtha, I think Ananda Tirtha, disciple of Madhvacharya, I think. I'm trying to remember. Worship the Gunavatar, or maybe Ramana Sampradaya. Another one. Gunavatar Brahma, I think Ramana Sampradaya. Brahma and Shiva as devotees of the Supreme Lord. Sri Krishna Chaitanya visited the temple of Shiva, the incarnation of devotee, and prayed for devotion service to Krishna. Lord is showing how to attain through sadhu, through Mahajan. Lord Shiva is one of the Mahajan. As topmost Vaishnava, you take the mercy. Kripa Shakti only you can attain. Through our sadhana bhakti, it is extremely difficult. extremely difficult. Through Krupa Siddha. Sadhana Siddha, Krupa Siddha, Nitya Siddha. Nitya Siddha means never condition. It's always spiritual. Jagannath Das Babaji is called Nitya Siddha Bhakta. Rasika Manjari. His name is Rasika Manjari in the spiritual world. So they are simultaneous there in the spiritual world, material world. So they are having pastime in the spiritual world, material world, they appear to preach, to distribute. So that way we have to understand these personalities. Sadhana Bhakta means those who are performing sadhana, they think that by sadhana itself they can attain by their own endeavor. But the devotees actually, those who realize they know Krupa Siddhi, they need mercy, lot of mercy. They will do endeavor, but they depend on the mercy actually. That is required. Here also it is mentioned. But if Mahadeva, the best of the devotees, disrespect on the basis of unalloyed principles of Ramanuja, by those who are subservient to Sri Chaitanya, then because of exhibiting envy of a devotee, pure devotees headed by author become angry at such envious people. They disrespect Lord Shiva's position as the supreme Vaishnava, which is substantiated as follows. Shiva Virinchi Nutam Saranyam, as I quoted, Brahma, Varunendra, Rudra, Marutas, Punvanti Gai, like that here also. This Prabhupada also quotes Siva Virinchi Nutam. Shiva means Lord Shiva, Virinchi means Lord Brahma. They're all surrendering, offering prayers to Lord Vishnu. The Supreme Lord is honored by powerful demigods like Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma. Dasate Hara Narada Prabhrutaya. Personality like Shiva and Narada are his servant. All devotees of Lord Vishnu. Shiva is the best among the 12 Vaishnava authorities. And he is the original spiritual master of the Vishnu Swami Sampradaya. Furthermore, those people think that since the Lingayat community are the worshippers of Shiva, unnecessarily attack Vaishnavas. When the Vaishnavas go to see Lord Shiva at a Shiva temple where Shaivites are engaged in his worship, they have lost the association of sadhus who are Swajati Ashaya Siddhe. Very important, that word. Srimata Bhagavat Abdhanam, Asayo Rasikasa, Sajati Snigde, Sato Vrate. This famous verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita and Srimad Bhagavatam, where it is mentioned whom you should respect, serve, but whom you should associate. Associate with the Sadhu Bhakta, who is advanced devotee, who is immersed in carrying the duties of Sri Prabhupada, absorbed in serving Sri Prabhupada and previous acharyas. His life and soul is only carrying the duties of the completely absorbed. That is only his goal. That is that with that kind of sadhu devotees, one should associate. Everybody else you respect, you serve them, no problem. But actually, to receive instructions, to associate with those who are actually advanced, who has realized, has understood what is the goal of life. So this is the famous verse. Multiple times it is referred here also, but Siddhanta Thakur is quoting. Any person who surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, the controller of everything, material nature as well as living entity, is actually very dear to me. Again, quoting from Canto 4, Lord Shiva's statement. It is not wonderful for persons who have accepted the transient material body itself to engage always in deriding great souls. Mahat Kopat, Mahat Anugrahat. Mahat Anugrahat, you get the mercy to attain spiritual Lord. Mahat Kopat, then that offense causes great disturbance. Even the material opulence also will be shattered. So that is there in Kamsa story, I think. It is there, that particular verse is there. How everything, Ayur, Veya, all those opulence, your long life, everything will be destroyed. Mahat Kopa. So offense to a great soul. Mahat Vetikrama. So this should be understood. Disrespecting Sadasiv, what Shiva also comes into the same. Such envy on the part of materialistic persons is very good because that is the way they fall down. They are diminished by the dust of the feet of the great personalities. My dear father, you are committing a great offense by envying Lord Shiva, Sati. Durga Devi is speaking to his father, Daksha. He becomes so envious. He was proud of Prajapati, whose very name consisting of two syllables, Si and Va, Shiva, purifies one of all sinful activities. His order is never neglected. Lord Shiva is always pure and no one but you envies him. So the life and soul of the universe continuously danced and trod so loudly it appeared as though mountains could be broken asunder. And the servants of Shiva saw this, they were struck with wonder and said, Lord Shiva has appeared. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is taking the role here. They happily sang and played musical instruments. Lord danced without the least external function. In short time, the devotees arrived there. Mukunda immediately began to sing. When the Lord saw his dear devotees, he began to dance and with increased happiness, and the devotees sang around him. Now that the Lord of Vaikuntha was personally dancing there, the abode of Shiva became fulfilled. After manifesting transcendent ecstasy for some time, the Lord became pacified and took his associate to the side. The Lord lovingly embraced each of them, and their heart became confident, full of joy. On seeing Nityananda, the Lord embraced him and spoke to him in a jovial mode. You are supposed to guide me so that I can maintain my sannyas. But you broke it. Lord is chastising. Lord is mentioning to Nityananda, and he leaves all of them and he goes separately. I'll read this one verse. We'll read a little bit and stop already 8:58. This is Ekamra Kanam. तदे प्रभु ऐलेन श्री भुवनेश्वर गुप्त काशी वसा यहा करेन Shankara. Thereafter the Lord went to Sri Bhuvaneshwar, known as also as Gupta Kashi, where Lord Shankara resides. Sri Bhuvaneshwara, a description of this holy place is found in Swarnadri Mahoday, Ekamra Puran, Skanda Puran, other Sanskrit Puranas. This place is addressed by various names like Bhuvaneshwara, Ekamra Kshetra, Hemachala, Swarnadri Kshetra. Being requested by some sages, Vyasa Bhagavan revealed the glories of this rarely attained Ekamra Kshetra. This place has been known as Ekamra Kshetra because long ago there was a huge mango tree there. There are 10 million Shivalingas and 8 Tirthas are at this place. This place is superior to Varanasi and is more dear to Shambhu, the best of the Vaishnavas. In Orissa, on the shore of the southern ocean, there is a river named Gandavati that flows east. This river is non-different from Ganga. The transcendental abode known Ekamra Tirtha is situated on the bank of this most sacred river. This place is more pleasing than Kailash. The lengthened because there Lord Shiva and Durga Devi resides there. Many pastimes. Almost, how many? Almost 10 pages or 15 pages. Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur is writing. Almost, 17 pages. We don't have much time. Let's end with a beautiful song. As he's chanting Gaura Gaura name. Where? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Shiva is chanting this Gaura Gaura in Hamsavahana, in Harihara Kshetra. In, I think, Hamsavahana, place where Lord Shiva is chanting Gaura Gaura. Gauranga bolite habe pulaka sharira. Hari Hari bolite nayane mabinira. Ar kabe nitai chande karuna haibe. Samsara vasana mora tucha habe. Gauranga bolite habe pulaka sharira. Vishaya chadiya kabe Sudha have mana kabe har moheribo Sri Vrindavan Rupa Raghunatha Pade Oive Akuti Kabe mo bujabo se jugala priti Goranga bolite habe polaka sarira Rupa Raghunatha Pade Rahu Mora asa Pradhana karo ye sada narottama das. When will that opportune moment come to us when there will be shivering in the body as soon as we chant Lord Gauranga's name? Gauranga, Gaura, Gaura, Gaura. While chanting Hare Krishna, when will there be tears in the eyes? When will I obtain the mercy of Lord Nityananda Chandra? When by his mercy will the desire for material enjoyment will become insignificant? When the mind is completely purified, being free from material anxieties and desire, then I shall be able to understand Vrindavan and conjugal love of Radha and Krishna. Then my spiritual life will be successful. When I shall be very much eager to study the books left by the 6 Goswamis, headed by Rupa Goswami and Raghunath Das Goswami, by their instruction I shall be able to properly understand loving affairs of Radha and Krishna. My only aspiration is to attain the lotus feet of 6 Goswamis, headed by Sri Rupa Goswami and Raghunath Das Goswami. Narottam Das constantly prays to attain their lotus feet. In this way, understand Lord Shiva's glories, endless glories. Thank you very much.